What's going on, guys? We're on Jedha Patrol, back with another video. It seems like it's only been like not very long since the last one, but here we are again with Hot Toys announcing Dead Strange from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Let's check it out. That's right, guys, we're back today. I've got some photos from Secret Base of the Deader Strange, or what I call Zombie Strange, from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And this is a figure that I was hoping they would release. I was hoping they would. I was optimistic because we already have like 2 other Doctor Strange figures in the line. The one from No Way Home, and then obviously the one from Multiverse of Madness, which I think the Multiverse of Madness one is the superior Strange of those 2. You can check out my preview video on that one way back when. But this one, on the other hand, is going to go perfect with either that lineup or your zombie Deadpool or your illusion zombied Iron Man, or even maybe even Venomized Groot or something like that. This is going to be this particular one reminds me of Hot Toys when they're at their like peak artistic creativity and just they're on their game. This is what we get. And I'm super excited for this one. Now, it's not a Star Wars figure, as you guys know, but this was like probably the best part of that film for me. Other than, you know, Wanda just being completely badass. But I really like this. So I've got some photos here from Secret Base from my friends over at Pop Collectibles. So if you want to pre-order one of these, link in the description below, you can check them out. And let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one we got here is obviously going to be of the entire figure. And I use this term a lot. The shelf presence of this particular figure is going to be insane. It's not going to be for everybody because some people don't like the zombie look or the dead look or all that kind of stuff. Regardless of that, this looks phenomenal. And I think the shelf presence is going to be through the flipping roof on this one. And I am super excited to be able to add this to the collection in a year or so. So we'll see how long it actually takes. But here it is. Here's a little side profile of what we got going on with all the zombie heads and all the Doctor Strange arm and the cloak in the background, which I believe is going to be attached to the actual stand, the dynamic stand, instead of the figure. It's going to be like one of those accessory items that's going to peg onto the stand, which is perfectly fine with me because it works. But the coloring on this thing looks awesome. It's one of those figures, like if you were to like mess it up, you would never know. If you dropped it or something, you wouldn't even know. Look at this, man. Ooh. Now, I'm not expecting a whole lot of range of motion out of this guy because of the new body they're using and all the little extra skulls and everything. This is going to be one that's going to be kind of like your Iron Man Mark 85 battle damage version where you can pull off some poses with it, but we all know how it's going to end up, and it's going to end up just like this as it is at Secret Base. But there are some other options. You can go to the actual blogger photos. There's a couple options, but most of them are pretty much of this, which makes total sense. So you can see how on the upper shoulders, he's got these arms kind of going across on top of his shoulders. I'm going to assume those are kind of part of the flight stand where he's kind of on there. And I mean, just look at all like the glossy sinew and bone and everything on the extra arms, and then the little skeletons going on, and then that cloak in the background, which looks like a mixture of I won't say fabric, but it looks like a mixture of some fabric materials and some thicker, I don't want to say cardboard, but different leather pleathery type materials. But yeah, I mean, look at the side profile here with that missing jaw. You can see the teeth and everything. I think this thing is flipping glorious. I like the hell out of this, man. I'd love to know your thoughts on this guy. Was this your favorite part of the film? It was for me. What did you think of this? Were you hoping you were going to get one of these? Were you not? Let me know in the comment section down below. But I'm absolutely loving the way this looks, especially with that glossy paint application on the extra parts on the hands and the skeletons. I really do like those quite a bit. So zooming in here, let's zoom in here. Look at the paint application on the actual face. It is, whew. I mean, the cuts and the blood and the missing skin on the jaw. I mean, this is, I remember when they did the Batman Two-Face figure. This is way past that one, in my opinion. This is just stinking cool. I love how the paint on the skin is that more white, morbid, zombie-like paint, if you will. And then on the hands and everything, it's more dark brown and reds and burgundies and blacks. And it's just, whew, man, this looks cool all over the place. So I'm pretty stoked for this one, actually. I'm clicking the wrong button here. But I think, I mean, look at this. Look at the suit material. Look at let's zoom in. Look at the bone and everything going on here. This is why I don't think it's going to have a whole lot of range of motion, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I love how they got the cutout of the material, the suit, of the bone, the skeleton, the ribs, everything about this. I think it's stupid cool. And, I mean, look at this thing. Whew. Man, I'm telling you, this is next level cool stuff. I like this. Some more hands. You can see he's got plenty of those. I mean, there's plenty of extra hands, whether it's his ones on his actual body or the ones that are part of the flight stand. Either way. Is that a... Okay, yeah. For whatever reason, I was thinking of something there. But even the bone on these arms, they're cut out. They're not just straight up boring skeleton bones. These are... I think Hot Toys, whoever designed this, whoever sculpted this, had a lot of fun. And here's our head sculpt. So take a closer look at this head sculpt. You can see where the eyes at least are looking straight ahead. That's nice, and they're not looking left or right. Kind of dig that. I don't think it was much need for a movable eye system, although that would be nice, but I don't think there's much need for it here. But the skin texture, if you will, it would just like being sucked back into the bone and the cuts and just the way they did the hair and just all. Ooh, I'm digging this a lot. A lot. I don't know if you guys can tell. Look at that. Menacing, beautiful, and I cannot wait to add this to the collection. Then one of the hands get going on here. Whew. I don't know. Am I the only one? So here's a photo of the cloak in the background, and you can kind of see. Kind of zoom in here. You can kind of see like the material. So you've got this zombie web-esque material on top of. Well, it's probably like a vinyl, if I had to guess, like a PVC or a vinyl that's made materials made out of the cloak. So it's going to be more rigid, which makes total sense. So we'll have to see how that actually ends up being. Yeah, I like that too. That's a nice cloak, even if it was going to be messed up. And then on the flip side of the cloak, you've got these skeletons, and you can see like the holes in there with all the strings where it's been like torn. But look at this, man. Like these giant holes of the strings going across. And then you got the skeletons going on there, the skull's part of it. Look at that. Man. It makes you wonder if Hot Toys, should do more horror-related items. If they can do things this well, you would think they would do that. But, yeah. So this is what I was talking about with the material. So I want to zoom in if I can. In this section here where it looks a little thicker. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a posable deal or if it's going to be straight up, this is sculpted and it's just going to sit on the flight stand. I think it's too soon to tell. Although I do see some fraying on the upper right-hand corner, some fraying of some fabric type material. So maybe it's posable, maybe it's not. We'll have to wait and see about that one. It's going to be interesting to see how it actually plays out. We got a couple hands, which... That's fine. Doctor Strange hands, they look like they're painted fine. This is a nice little attachment here with all these skeletons and skulls and everything going on his left side. And then last but not least, you got some more on the right. And these guys, look at this thing, man. Whew. That's what I'm saying. This thing looks flipping awesome, but that's just my opinion. What are your thoughts on this guy? Are you going to be picking it up? Let me know in the comment section down below. And... did you like the film? I don't want to spoil it for those. Well, I guess you can spoil it now. It's been out long enough. You can spoil it if you want to. But this is pretty sick. Literally. I like it. As always, click what you like. See you next time.